So many of you may know in my family life that we have quite a bit of experience with the wonders and marvels of modern medicine. But even I have been completely amazed recently by a story that I read of a woman from France who had nasal cancer. I believe it was cancer of like her nasal cavity or her sinuses or something. And she attempted to have numerous reconstructive surgeries because parts of her nose had to be removed, and none of these procedures were working. And she had lost her sense of smell. From what I read in the article, she locked herself up for, I believe, 7 or 8 years because of her deformities, because of the fact that she was sick with her cancer. And recently, a hospital in France, along with a medical device company, were able to use some type of a biomaterial, and they did a 3D printing of her actual nose from photographs of her nose that they had taken before her reconstructive surgeries. And they printed this prosthetic nose out of biomaterial, and they implanted the biomaterial underneath the skin of her forearm, where blood vessels and cells began to grow into the prosthetic. They then removed the prosthetic from her forearm 2 months later and have successfully transplanted it to her face and reconnected it to blood supplies through the vessels. I believe it said something about they tapped off of blood vessels and arteries from her temple area. And she is now home after 10 days of surgery to get this all put back where it needs to be. And she has stated that she is now able to smell the scents of her garden for the first time in a long time. So it's just amazing to me. The human body, number one, is just amazing. Thank you to God, our divine creator, for creating us with such an amazing vessel to live in. While it can be complicated, it's also amazing. And just the wisdom and intelligence and ability of these doctors to take advantage of modern technology and materials that can help do things like this for people. I'm completely blown away. So what do you think about this? What do you think about taking advantage of these types of technologies and 3D printing? I know one of my friends is very big into 3D printing, so I fully expect a lengthy response as to how they feel about the 3D printing. But how do you feel about using things like this to help people get back to a normal life for themselves?